Dreams are a really weird phenomenon. The average person could just go to sleep and it could just be a complete mystery if you even have a dream for that night or what the hell possibly your brain's gonna think of. And if it's even gonna create that like this weird plot line that you somehow believe. It's gotta be one of the most interesting things that I've always wanted to know more about in my life. And now there's some dreams that really scarred me for life or just, I was just shook when I woke up after them. And the fact that I still remember some of these to this day is crazy. Now, some of the most common dreams that you could probably have are like being chased, falling, being stuck, being late. Then you'd wake up like the house is on fire, like, I mean, sometimes I'm able to crack down on it that it's a dream and then I finally wake up. But sometimes my brain just acts like it's a completely normal day in the life of the duck. Some people believe that dreams have like some sort of purpose. Like they portray thoughts, emotions, feelings. But I've always had the weirdest dreams about being late to appointments, classes. Like I could be going to the dentist or something. Like there's an actual fee if you're late. It's crazy. So I have dreams where I'm like in a fucking maze and I can't find my way out. I can't find my way to the dentist. This was like one dream in particular. So once I got out of the maze, there was like this big ass hill. I opened a door and there was like a big ass fucking mountain. Like I wouldn't get anywhere. I wouldn't get any progress. And I had to like adventure down the hill like I was Super Mario. Like I started barrel rolling down the hill, then I spawned in a car and just started zooming. Still, I didn't get anywhere. Then I realized it was a dream. What the fuck? And of course, I look at the time as soon as I get on my phone because, well, the whole point of that dream was don't be late, I guess. Have you guys ever had those dreams where you feel like you're being tased when you wake up? It is honestly one of the scariest things. It happened to me like 5 or 6 times. But in this particular dream, it was a horror dream. It was a nightmare. I was in probably 4th or 5th grade. And at the time, me and my friends would often play manhunt in the woods. The woods extended pretty far, and we usually play during the day, but this time it was at night. And we all had our flashlights. And of course, since it's a nightmare, I had to go first. And everybody else had to find me. Usually you can see my friend's house from where I was in the woods, but you couldn't this time. And it's like the woods extended almost. Like it was like a much larger area than it actually was. Like you could see my friend's house from the area. Which of course my brain's not gonna pick up on that while I'm dreaming. And we keep going further and further because guess what? It's like you're a horror movie character. You're like fucking stupid. It's almost like they were doing it on purpose. Kind of like this dream. So I was hiding and in the dream I thought it was like for probably an hour. So then I think I won, obviously. Then I get out of my spot, which I was just hiding behind this big ass rock. And I was like, guys? Hello? No answer. And then that's when the heart started racing, like, boop, 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 boop. No answer from the homies really got me shook. And it was almost like my brain was thinking of this plot, like the plot of a horror movie. My brain was like, you know what? The duck, fuck you. We're gonna be an op tonight. So there I was, no one in sight, no one can even hear me. Then all of a sudden, I hear this, like, sort of rustling. I honestly thought they heard me. So of course, I turned around, and nothing was there. You thought there was gonna be some monster, right? Somehow this dream continues. So obviously, I leave my spot, and I continue to look for my friends. And it was just more and more woods as I kept looking for them. And then I like hear these weird voices. It was almost like it was like distorted in a way. Then it gets louder and louder as I walk towards it. Then all of a sudden there was like this weird treasure chest in the middle of the woods. I'm like, shit, I guess I just struck gold. We're getting that paper. And then I look down to open it. Like, I can't see my surroundings for some reason. All I can see is just the treasure chest. And I look up and then I see this weird ass monster. And then I just start hauling ass the other way. Fuck the treasure chest at that point. All right, I just started running and running. And then all of a sudden there was like this little pothole and then I just slipped. And the monster, I guess, just magically teleported. It was like it was right behind me. And then I couldn't move. Like, I don't know why in dreams all the time you just can't move for some reason. And then it was about to attack me, and then I woke up and I just started fucking vibrating like I was being tased. Well, at least it felt like my whole body was vibrating. I don't know if any of you could relate to that, but it is honestly one of the weirdest types of dreams I've ever had. Then this next dream, honestly, was just really weird. It wasn't like a nightmare, but it all started with a fire. Me, my parents, and Birdie were outside having a fire. This wasn't a part of the dream yet. I just need to give some backstory. Then we end the fire. Just keep this in mind. So then I go to bed like a few hours later. Then I went to sleep. So I had this dream. I was at a water park and I was sitting by the pool. It was like this indoor water park. It wasn't like one of those sweaty ass water parks where you could barely fucking breathe in it. No, it was just like an outdoor water park, but it was like with shade basically. And then one of my friends offers me that gas, that za. I've never done any devil's lettuce activities, believe it or not, even though I'm a stickman YouTuber. And it was like I was inhaling smoke. I'm like, it just felt real. I felt like really relaxed and colors got brighter. And I kept going. I kept getting more rounds of the Yodi Land device. Then all of a sudden I felt like really dizzy and I went to go use the water slide. Even though I wasn't really that far into Yodi Land. It was like a light blue slide. And as I went down the slide, like the colors were changing and it was like really vibrant and I would see like random images and thoughts. Like it was honestly crazy. And I still felt like I was inhaling smoke even though I wasn't hitting the Yodi Land device. And then as soon as I went underwater and got off the slide, I woke up. And as soon as I woke up, I still felt like there was smoke in my lungs. I'm like, what is going on, dude? I thought it was like there was something wrong. Then I realized it kind of smells like the after effect of a fire in my room. It just smells really smoky. And then I check my window and it's open. My dumbass left the window open and just let all that smoke in. And my room was basically the equivalent of a hot box for the morning and extremely cold at the same time. And then that whole morning, I felt like there was smoke in my lungs and I could just smell the after effect of a fire. I just smelled like it. And I hit the shower as soon as I woke up. Then sometimes you could have the most random dreams on the planet. Like it is honestly so weird how your brain comes up with this stuff. This one night I had a dream where I was with my friend, all right? It was a completely different friend from the Yodi Land dream. Then we were like on this adventure like we were a video game character and there were like NPCs that would come up to us and give us tasks. And I think the issue at the time was, yeah, hello, you're playing too much Pokemon. Like I would play for like 5-6 hours a day. I would stare at that little ass DS screen. So me and my friend were the only ones that weren't NPCs. So we went up to this one guy and he said, "There's something that awaits you at your old basketball court. You might want to check it out." Then, of course, we started driving, and then I just started seeing weird-looking, largely sized animals. And there were just NPCs just walking around. Then I finally make it to the basketball court, and there was this big thing. I don't even know what it was. It was like this big frog-looking thing, and I had to fight it. But then I realized, of course, I have no Pokemon. And you would think the thing attacked me, but no, it just stood there. I'm like, I was so confused, but we ran away. It was like an actual Pokemon battle. Then this like weird, I don't know, this weird professor looking dude comes up to us and he gives me this level 100 Infernape and we ended up catching the frog. What the hell? And that's what happens when you play too much Pokemon. But yeah, when I was younger, I would watch this like series about like what Pokemon would look like in real life. Maybe that's why I had this like vivid dream. If you enjoyed this video, I got you. We got another one right there just for you on the end screen. Go watch it now.